Talmadge, Mark just mentioned you're kind of still fighting through some stuff. Where do you feel physically right now, just kind of going into this last series of the year in the postseason?
Yeah, I'm getting better. Still some times where it's not feeling 100%, but just got to get back to 100% before the postseason, and it's a good time to get there.
Eli, King has talked about just your confidence and poise and maturity out on the mound as reasons why he has you out there on Fridays. Just curious, where does that come from with you? How has the development of that confidence come along, especially for someone who really hasn't made a ton of SEC weekend starts?
Yeah, I have a great team behind me. I have confidence in all of those guys, so there's no reason for me to not have confidence. I'm doing my best to not let the team down because I know everyone's working hard, really hard behind me. It's the same game I've played my whole life, so there's no reason, no matter what stage, still out there to have fun, compete.
Tal, I think it was an 8-9 pitch at bat last night before your home run that looked more like the identity of this offense the first 40 games. How much can that at bat, with the result of it and the leading up to the home run, how much can that do for you and your confidence and the confidence of this entire team?
Yeah, I mean, it can do a lot, and I think it did do a lot. Just like kind of getting back to that approach of just like seeing the ball deep and being a tough out, and it paid off last night for me, and paid off for our offense last night. I mean, you saw we put up a lot of runs, and it's just something we can take into this weekend, just like getting that approach back and like just buying back into that will be good for us.
Yeah, guys, this is for both of you. Coach just said that you guys are really close from the Arkansas series. You guys had played great defense, and then last night you had great offense. What is it going to take to put all of that together this weekend? Yeah,
we're showing everything in spurts right now, obviously. Last weekend it was pitching. Last night it was the hitting. It's a game of baseball. It's the hardest sport to play in the world. It's hard to put all those things together no matter what level you're at, and you never know when it's going to come. It could come tomorrow. It could come first game of the regional, but we're doing everything in our power to get it back where it needs to be.
Yeah, for either of you, and Eli, you kind of touched on it, but do y'all feel like y'all are the same team, can be the same team that came out of the Florida series with a sweep? How close are y'all to getting back to that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say we are pretty much this. I mean, if you go into our locker room, we're the same team. I mean, nothing's really changed that much. Obviously, we have some things that we need to work on, and like got some stuff that needs to be polished before the end of the season. But I think we're still capable of being the best team in the country, and just got to see some things fall for us, and it'll all work out.
Eli, what's this week been like? I assume you'll probably start this weekend against Tennessee, but what's this week been like leading up to it, knowing you might have to bump up a day in preparation, and kind of the mentality of being one of those weekend arms in this rotation?
Yeah, it's a little bit different, just bumping up a day, not a full week's rest, but, I prepare my body really well for it, and whatever day I go, I'm ready for it. It's pretty easy to get in the mindset now. It's getting in the grooves, getting a little bit easier. So the mindset's there, just getting the body right, and it'll be ready.
Eli, King was just talking about your fastball, really, when you're going well. When you're going well, you feel like, what do you think you have working, or what makes a good outing for you from a mechanic standpoint?
Yeah, a good outing for me, it doesn't really matter what I have. It's just the ability to execute whatever I do have, whatever I have going out there, that's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you everything I have, whether it's 2 pitches, 3 pitches, 4 pitches, whatever I have, I'm going to give it all to you. I'm going to execute those pitches and get outs. So kind of like how I am.
Tal, you mentioned that the offense getting back to closer to what it was. What have you seen over the last 10 days, 2 weeks in practice, and especially last night, that leads you to believe, okay, this offense is getting closer and closer to what it was through those first 40 games?
Yeah, I just think that, over the past couple of weeks, I feel like we've been trying to go get the game a little bit and not letting it come to us, and just kind of letting it come to us and letting our ability do the work, and just seeing the ball good, and just not trying to force things. I think that people have had a lot of feel like they've had a lot of pressure on them, putting in spots they don't want to be put in, or they haven't been put in ever, and just letting the game come to you is just something that we did early on in the season with people thinking that the pitching staff would be better than the hitting. I mean, put a little chip on our shoulder, and we just let the game come to us, and we got to get back to that.
Thank you, guys.